What's up, guys? I'm having moments of random thoughts. And last night I just finished watching the movie No One Will Save You. So if you're looking for another movie to gain some new perspective, check it out. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it won't be everybody's cup of tea, just because everybody obviously has their own things they like watching. Anyways, okay, I had some mind-blowing realizations after watching this movie. One, I mean, obviously I already knew the whole thing of where we're aliens exist, yes, of course. But throughout the movie, what I was realizing, and no, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, what I was realizing was, because we're also aliens too, we're aliens to each other, they were a part of a cycle that this main character had to break. And what I also realized is just how much bigger the universe is, like, outside of realizing that one day we are going to meet extraterrestrial beings eventually, where they're in their own cycles just as we are in ours, and they just have a different way of closing those cycles or living out those cycles as we do as well. Another thing I realized is this society we're living in, where there's all these rules and stuff. Not only is it basically made up with rules, but at the same time I'm realizing how much it truly doesn't exist. And it's basically no different than a zoo, where, you know, when you go to a zoo and these animals are looked after for so long that you get told by the zookeepers, you know, if you let them back into the wild, they won't know how to survive. It got me thinking, what if we're that too? But like, unknowing. And it just like mind blown me into realizing, okay, let's say the system completely stopped. All the rules stopped right now, right? You couldn't reach anybody. You couldn't talk to nobody, nothing, right? What would you do? Could you survive? Could you survive in the wild? Do you know how to sustain yourself? All of these things that we're relying on a system to do for us, so we do the bare minimum. But then there's this idea of imposing the idea of, oh, you gotta work because then you're feeling like you're doing something. You're feeling like you're giving back to society because you're working and paying money to keep the system going. Just these realization, mind-boggling moments. Y'all, I cannot stress enough how important it is to start learning to grow your own fruits and vegetables. I'm sure you've heard this everywhere, but after watching this movie, I think you'll understand a lot more why. One other thing I wanted to point out was realizing there are going to be people who don't want to fully wake up when the truth is literally in front of their faces, to where they will accept and submit to a form of staying asleep in order to not face the music of the true reality of what's actually around us. And to recognize that their choice is to choose that direction, which is to stay asleep. everybody's genuinely gonna just have a decision to make and live within it, but there's gonna be a mutual respect of letting each individual live out the way they want to live out, no matter what choice they make, because it's still going to, in a sense, be respected by each person, because each person's doing their own thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.